What's up, YouTube? It's Nazman 72 coming to you from the hashtag Dirty South on a beautiful day here in North Carolina. It's supposed to start pushing up to 80 degrees today and tomorrow, but I've had, if you hear some rattling, that's those blinds that go in front of the patio door. I got that open with the screen and some windows open through the apartment, and just letting some fresh air in. Some probably going to say, "Oh, you're letting the Rona in." If the Rona can bounce this far back, I got my faith in a greater power. So anyway, but just getting some fresh air. My daddy's mom always said you had to sweat the poison out. Didn't believe in air conditioning. Ooh, sorry about that. Man, hit my laptop. Just wanted to drop. I've been seeing a lot of information going out on SGC, some prior videos going back for about a year or so, indicating that what SGC does and doesn't do. And as a new person in the hobby, sorry, that was dust. New person in the hobby, I just wanted to share my experience with SGC, which has been very positive. SGC does not require a membership. It does, and it is very economical to have cards submitted to them. It's $10 a card, and with that card select, with those cards being submitted to them, you do this online. You create an account and you log in, and it's very, very simple, very simple. At the top of the toolbar, when you look at this, it tells you it's a start new submission. You click on that. There are some hyper links at the top of their website that indicate population reports, registry reports, uniform authentication of uniforms, card grading, and their culture. Tells about how their grades are and that kind of thing. But it's $10. It's $10 for that. I think it's like $25 for 3-day. I think it's 3-day service for small box to get your stuff back. It says that it's UPS, but it's really U.S. Postal Service. And there's been a couple of times, and this last time it got addressed, I didn't have an issue with it. But you may just need to copy and paste your tracking number and just go to the U.S. Postal Service tracking site and click there. And with that being said, FedEx and SGC requires you to sign for the package when it shows up. So what I'll do is usually with the post office, when they deliver it, they'll leave a note. I go online and just say, "Hey, hold it at the post office. I'll pick it up at my convenience." Because what's going to happen, I think after the third attempt, they end up sending it back to the sender, and so you don't want that to happen. You don't want it to just let Chico's bail bonds handle it there for you at the post office. And I don't know, some of y'all may be too young to remember Chico's bail bonds, but some of us older folks should remember Chico's bail bonds, who they were a sponsor, and what team they sponsored. So off the train of thought. But anyway, SGC does that. But as far as there's a noise, as far as cards being graded, they do grade their cards. We're all familiar. This first card, and one of the things. Let me just say this. Get this out of the way. I think there's some misunderstanding of often authenticating. If I could talk today, authenticating something and grading something. It's two different things. To authenticate an item, you're proving that is that signature. Okay, you're looking at it. You're using people that are trained to handwriting analysis and samplers that's got specific training, and they can tell if that's an authentic signature or not. But that's making sure that it's authentic. To grade that signature is something totally is different. It's a different beast. SGC does not authenticate signatures. They do grade autos. With this being said, it has to come from the manufacturer that way. It can't be like I went to the ballpark or I like go down to spring training and sign and had a player sign it. They're not going to grade that. They're not going to grade that. And then with that being said, and I've got an example where I've got the examples of this where there's where they have graded the auto. And the reason I think that occurred, I think, is that it appears to be a on card auto, but it's from the manufacturer, and you can tell that by the card. I think that's what that was. And I'm just going to go ahead and show that to you. I'm a big PC fan of Victor Robles with the Washington Nationals. I think he's as good, if not better, than Juan Soto. I think if the season gets back into swing of things, I think he's going to, he's a start player anyway. But if he can stop his swinging on everything, on his strikes, he's going to take off. And I think he's very, very much underrated in the hobby. But this is the 42 of 50 OPIC 2018 Donruss OPIC Victor Robles. And you can see it. It's on the card, but then there's the surface. They've put the sealant or whatever that is over the card, over the paper, and it's under that. So it's not a sticker. It's an on card signature protected. But they didn't grade it. Now, in the same token, and I've shown it before on my channel, is the Wander Franco on card. They refused to grade and sent it back and refunded my money. So I had to send that to Beckett because that needed to be authenticated. Even though I had JSA do it, I still wanted Beckett to do it and sleeve it. So it's up there. Now, I've got two additional cards. The first one is the 2019 Topps Chrome Update Victor Robles autograph, a 10 auto and a 10 gem mint, SGC. And it's a sticker. You can't, trying to hit the light with it, baby. Maybe you can, yeah, so you can see a little bit of the hologram. So it's not an on card, it's a sticker. But they do grade the auto. And it got a 10 auto and a 10 card. They did not authenticate the auto. They graded the auto. Same thing Beckett does. Beckett can do the same thing. And then this is the one of my favorite cards. It's a sticker, the 2019. It's not his rookie card, but it's the Topps 84 version update, chrome orange, 18 of 25, Victor Robles. An auto, 10 grade on the card. And I'll try to hit that light from outside. See, and then you can see that sticker. It looks really pretty when light hits it. It's just, this isn't doing it justice, but I actually have this listed on my eBay store, Cotton, Kotten cards, KRD Z, I think, maybe in but Cotton Top Cards on eBay. I've got it listed, but honestly, it's in my PC. If I move it, great. If I don't, I like it. I mean, I like the card, but that's where you're at. So SGC does do that. There, you do your online submission, and what I do is when I do my form, I'll print out a second copy. Well, you do one and it goes. You keep one for yourself. I'll put one in the box with it. It gets submitted electronically anyway, but I always put a copy of it in the box. And when I do, oh damn, Mike the CEO said, "What up?" He fell off. The wind blew him. Damn, Mike, you workman's comp. Ah. But I get the priority mail, 3-day priority mail. I'll grab a handful of them when I go to the post office. They don't charge you for it until you use it. And so that's what I use for my submission. I'll take some plastic bags from the grocery store. Those in New York and California, you can't do that no more. Sorry about that, y'all. But I'll use that to go in with my cards. And, check out some of my other video on how to do that. But I keep them like that. I'll sandwich them between cardboard. I'll stick that invoice in here, copy of an invoice. So when they get it, they like, oh, all right, that's it. And I tag them. I'll do my sticky note tagging so it helps them pull it out. And then I actually found these last night, detailing my car. And I use these, and they've got rubber tipped and suede tip gloves, but they're mechanic gloves, good quality, a little padding in there. And that's what I was using to clean my submissions last night, my chrome stuff, And so, I mean, I got the rubber gloves as well, but these are a little thicker or hard to tell the density between here. You just don't get that tactile pressure. But yeah, SGC, you can do you can do services that are quicker if you wanted to. What they do is you submit your items, they go through the authentication process. They keep you updated online when they've been graded and when they go. Their grading scale goes from a 10 pristine mint, a 10 pristine gold level, down to a 1. The 10 pristine is a flawless, virtually flawless card. Back Pages has said this on his stuff, is that every card has imperfections. There's no true, but this was a virtually flawless card by the opinion of the person grading it. It's 50-50 centering. There's crisp focus, 4 sharp corners, no stains, no breaks in the surface cloths, no paint or refractor lines, and no visible wear under magnification. If I could talk with that. And then, of course, one being a poor quality. They say that these cards typically have like heavy print spots, creases, pinholes, discoloration, scuffing, writing on it. Portions of the card may actually be gone. They'll still grade it and they'll give you a 1. So, I mean, that's one it is. You can go on here on your submit. They also have a submission tracker, which is pretty good. So you would click on that. It says how many recent orders you have. It gives you it's similar to PSA with the bar highlighted from like Domino's or Papa John's Pizza, like the status of your food. So the PSA has multiple blogs. SGC doesn't. On theirs, they like to say they'll have the order number, the date that it was entered online, not the date that they received it. the total declared value, the service fee, an option to print your invoice out, and then it's got a drop box of your submission details. And you can click on that stuff and look at that. You can print that out. You can copy and paste it and save it. U.S. Priority Mail is the service they use, and it's $25. U.S. Priority Mail is $25, in addition to the $10 per card for the basic service. You do declare your value, just like everybody else. That's for insurance reasons. Trying to think what else. Oh, they do have a really cool option now through SGC, and it's a pilot program. And the way you would access that is that you would click your profile, and it says that there will be a hyperlink underneath your profile information name, and it's SGC Seller Ready, one word, images, and it's an expanded pilot program. You can click on that, and all the cards that's been submitted, the vast majority, I would say 95% of the ones that I've submitted already have been placed on this. And I've actually been able to download those pictures and upload them to eBay or myslabs.com or on my Facebook page or on my Instagram page. So, I mean, it's a great tool. The registry still isn't up. I'm on the fence about this registry because I think that it's a two-edged sword. Is it good? Yes. But the problem is your registry is only as good as the tracking for it. And when you've got people popping cards, and there's no way other than when cards are serial numbered to be able to track how many times that card's been graded at a particular grading company service. So, or even the check between the three big PSA, Beckett and SGC in no particular order. So, you know, it's a two-edged sword. You know, so folks, you may want to, some of y'all that keep saying it's all about the registry, you may end up having to fall on your sword at some point if PSA and even SGC or Beckett, you know, with this whole thing about these cards being trimmed and everything else, what this is going to do, because a registry won't mean anything, really. But I don't know. That's just my take on it. Let me think what else. Their customer service is great. Really good to work with. So I guess SGC, the three people that got me on board with SGC while I got back into the hobby was Nolan with Elite Coat 3 is his YouTube, his social media presence. Elite Coat 3, and his name's Nolan. His videos got me on board and some interaction with him. Then the other two are YouTubers, and they're like me. They just love to show their stuff and kind of talk and whatnot. But is Collectibles and Guns, and then Chili's, and I've mentioned them many times. But those are the three that influenced me to go SGC, really. I listened to those three guys, especially the last two. And on my previous video, I've got hyperlinks for them in the video. Please go back and hit those hyperlinks and do that to get informed. You really want to be informed consumer if you're going to start slabbing stuff. You need to be informed on cost, wait times, and getting stuff back. Beckett was great, but I paid for it. Beckett is expensive. Beckett is, you know, when I was coming up doing cards, Beckett was it. Beckett magazine, that's what price guide is what you went by. Now you don't really go by the price guide anymore, to be honest. Maybe on some pre-World War II stuff, which I'm not into, never have been. No disrespect. I hope you don't take it that way if you do collect it. It's just, I just don't care for it. But that Beckett, I'm telling you, it costs, it ain't no $10. It ain't no $12 card with PSA either. And I got a membership with PSA. That's who I first started with was PSA. I've got 3 orders with them. They're inconsistent about being able to enter their data. You know, if you're that busy and you're that swamped, you need to stop taking submissions. You know, and get caught up. At some point, you got to stop and say, I got to catch up. I've did some research because I'm remote working, like a lot of folks are with this Rona going on, and you know, limiting exposure to each other in the public. But you know, PSA, the last word that they put out was 11 months ago. That, hey, we heard you. Here's some things we're changing. Ain't nothing changed. The only thing changed that I could see that actually happened was that the status bar got implemented. Evidently, that wasn't implemented. You know, I did the basic membership level. What I didn't know is that you do not have to be a member of PSA to submit a card, but you will pay a higher premium to have that card graded than a member will, and they do not advertise that. I've heard that on a couple different channels, and you know, that's just what word of mouth is that I found. I don't know if it's true or not, and I'm not reached out to PSA. I'm not going to reach out to PSA to find that out, you know, to be honest with you, because I'm kind of happy where I'm at. But PSA, they I know I did three-day priority mail, and it was several weeks before it got entered. And it took me an email customer service asking where my stuff was that I sent it. I'm showing tracking that it was delivered 2 days later. Why hasn't it been entered? Where's it at? So and I've got some issues with, and I'm not going to get into that. Everybody has each their own, but you go with what you want to go with and what you like. That's what I keep hearing, and that's what I've decided to do. I've decided to go with SGC. I do resell on SGC, and I've been successful with SGC. But I don't price stuff to try to make a living off of doing this. I try to be fair. I do mark it up a little bit because I like to negotiate. I like to haggle on a price. I always, even as a kid, that was part of going to a card show. You just didn't pay what somebody wanted. You went back and forth 2 or 3 times until you decided what you wanted. And a lot of folks coming into the hobby are younger folks, and they don't do that. And you gotta understand that's part of the hobby. That's the love of the haggle. Love of the haggle. But that's pretty cool. So, but I price that, and I just do that so I can buy this kind of stuff and this stuff, and then I got something I'm putting on the wall there. I would like to put some stuff up there. I can't reach it. I have to get my handyman to come over here and do that for me. I'm not able to climb up there, but do want to give a definite shout out. Blinded me with refractors. Thank you so much. I enjoy your videos. And Stoff, STOF, his channels, I'm going to put them. I'm going to go back and edit this, and I'm going to throw their stuff on there. But they gave me some shout outs. And then, what was it? Bowman cards, I think. Don't kill me. I'll put your link in there too, brother. And don't mean to point. But gave much love to somebody new to the YouTube community and the hobby. And I just put it out there. One advice did y'all have on Blinded Me's live session last night, which was really cool. I just sat there and just listened. I was doing work and was just listening, and finally got done with it, and then I was able to participate because I'm having to help some people in a different time zone on some cases, so on some claims and stuff. So, but I wanted to throw that out to you. SGC does grade autos. They do not authenticate autos. They will grade autos that come from the manufacturer. they will do it. And then sometimes they don't. And then sometimes they'll kick it back, not even in the sleep. So it is what it is, but I'm an SGC man. I believe the tucks. I think there's some things I can tweak. Like Alico 3 said, hey, don't be a lamb. Don't be a lamb. Be a wolf. Be a black wolf. Be an alpha. All right, y'all, man. I hope everybody stays healthy. Take care of yourself. Take care of your families. Let this be a time to reflect and build relationships, to expand on them, and maybe even repair some during this time. It's going to be a short time. Everything's going to get back. We're going to flip it back to where it was. This country's going to get back on its feet. We look out for each other. This ain't the Walking Dead universe, y'all, where you see the worst of people on most of those shows for apocalyptic stuff and mass stuff. Man, that ain't America. That's not the true America. We're leaders in this world, and there's a reason why. So God bless you, your family, the United States. Everybody stay safe. Keep your head up, eyes up, head on a swivel. Peace. Deuces. I'm out.